Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you all for coming. I would like to especially thank my classmates for coming at Grace Temple.
Amen.
Let's pray. Dear Jesus, thank you for this day. Help me to do good in my sermon and help somebody to learn something new that they haven't learned before. In Jesus' name, amen. The title of my sermon is called Even the Strongest Man Needs God's Strength to Overcome Weakness. People often use heavy weights to make themselves stronger. Wouldn't it be great if you could be the strongest person on earth without ever having to work out with weights? Well, I'm going to talk to you today about a man who was very strong, but not because of anything he did. It was a gift from God. But despite his physical strength, he was weak in other ways. The story begins in the book of Judges, chapter 13. Long ago, in Israel, a man named Manoah and his wife had no children. One day an angel came to Manoah's wife and said, "You will soon have a son, and he will be a Nazarite to God from her." When her son was born, she named him Samson, and the Lord blessed him as he grew up. He became one of the strongest men on earth and was chosen by God to save Israel from the Philistines. As a Nazarite, there are some rules to follow. Now I know a lot of you don't like rules, but believe it or not, they are good for us. As a Nazarite, in addition to never cutting his hair, he was never to drink alcohol or to never touch a dead body. Samson was used by God, but at times he acted mostly for his own desires, and what he wanted. Kind of like us kids. This kind of thinking eventually caused him to break his promises to God. Here is what he did, with points to help you not make the same mistakes. Number 1, Samson wanted to marry a woman that didn't worship the one true God. Even though Samson was blessed with great strength, he was also weak. He loved the kind of woman that would not be pleasing to God. In Judges 14, verses 1 through 4, Samson went down to Timnah, met a Philistine woman, and then told his parents to get her for his wife. His parents tried to encourage him to marry one of his own people, but Samson told his father, "Get her for me, because I want her." Well, he sounds kind of spoiled, don't you think? Listen, when parents tell you to stay away from something, obey. Point 1. If mom tells you to make your bed, obey. If dad tells you to not play in the streets, obey. These might be small now, but moms and dads know what they are talking about. Number 2, he touched a dead body. Samson did not listen to his parents. On his way to visit her, a lion came at him. Samson tore the lion apart with his bare hands. Wow. Well, you would think after this, he would have taken it as a sign to obey his parents. But once we start messing with the wrong thing, it becomes easier and easier each time. He returned to visit the woman another time and saw the lion's dead body. There was a swarm of bees with honey in it. Now remember, he wasn't to touch a dead body, but Samson was so caught up what he wanted that his promises to God became less and less important to him. He scooped up some of the honey and ate it. He even gave some to his parents, not telling them where it came from, and allowed them to eat it. How disrespectful! Then it wasn't even a big deal to him because he later made a riddle about it to the Philistines. Can you believe that? My second point, being disrespectful. I remember disrespecting my parents in the grocery store a while back. I'll let you guess what happened after that. You see, when you stray from God and begin playing the devil's toys, you begin to mix right with wrong. This can lead to being disrespectful. As Samson prepared to marry the Philistine woman, he made a bet with her friends that they would not be able to solve the riddle. But Samson was blinded by what he thought was love, and the woman got her to tell her the riddle. Then she told her Philistine friends. Samson got mad, killed some Philistines, left, and then when he returned, he found out the woman had married someone else. Number 3, his hair was cut. Samson eventually got over that woman and later met another Philistine woman named Delilah. Now one would think Samson would have learned his lesson from his last mistake of messing with a Philistine woman. But his selfish desires weakened even more and made him foolish. I believe he began to believe that he was so strong, nothing could bring him down. Philistine rulers made a deal with Delilah to give her money if she could find out the secret of Samson's strength and tell them. Well, that evening Delilah invited him for dinner, put on her best makeup and dress, hoping to find out the secret to Samson's strength. Each time they met, Delilah tried to get Samson to tell her the secret. But each time, Samson lied. Delilah got tired of this and accused him for not loving her. She told him, "You have made fun of me 3 times, and you still haven't told me what makes you so strong." He made fun of her? Seriously? Point 3. Don't let your so-called friend make you feel like you must do something that's against what you think is right to prove that you are their friend or that they love you. That's her pressure, and he is not your friend.
No.
Don't fall for the trap to be weak like Samson. Finally, weakened from all the pouting, Samson told Delilah the true secret of his strength. Well, we know what happened after that. Delilah told the secret to the Philistine rulers. They cut his hair while he was sleeping and captured him because his power had left him. Samson was finally defeated by his enemies. They poked out his eyes, tied him with chains, and made him do hard work. What a change to Samson had been, the judge and champion of Israel, now weak, lying in prison and made to feel pitiful. Little by little he had broken the vows of his sacred calling. During the time he served as a prisoner, Samson had time to think about all that he had done, and he learned more of his weakness than he had ever known before. As his suffering led him to repentance, his hair slowly grew back, and his strength returned him as a result of reconnection with God. Please understand, this was never any power in his hair by itself. It was just a symbol of his faithfulness to God. You see, God never turns away from a repentant soul. Even when we disobey our parents, act disrespectfully, or do bad things to be part of the cool crowd, God is still there, waiting for us to come back to Him. We can be strong during these weakest times. He promised that when we are weak, He is strong. Well, the Philistines held a feast in honor to their god Dagon. Now it was God's turn. Samson no longer leaned on his own strength, but prayed and asked the Lord for his help. He was allowed to rest on the 2 pillars that held up the building where the Philistines were honoring Dagon. With God's help, he was able to push down the 2 pillars apart and caused the building to crumble, killing more Philistines than had killed in the past. Remember, one rogue steps prepares a way for another. 3 times Samson had clear evidence that the Philistine teamed up with his wife. Once you start walking on Satan's ground and playing with his toys, and the more you allow yourself to be a part of his game, the easier it gets the next time, and the weaker your senses get. That's like me jumping the fence to borrow my neighbor's ball, knowing there's a huge pit bull waiting, but believing nothing's going to happen because the dog wasn't around the last 2 times, and plus, I've been working out. Not smart. Samson's story reminds me of our lives. When God chose us to be a tool for Him, yet we choose to use God's gifts and talents to follow our own selfish desires. In doing so, we lose sight of God in the temporary pleasure that we enjoy. Delilah was the icing on the cake, filled with Samson's selfish desires and sins. The next time we hear the story of Samson, think of the equation. God's gifts and talents plus selfishness equals disasters. Always depend on God's strength. He will always win.
Amen. Amen. Amen.